What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to What's the Biz with Emily Maryah. And today I have a very special guest with me. Very talented makeup artist to the stars, Jeff Enriquez. Jeff Enriquez, thank you for sitting down with me today. I appreciate you coming and talking to me a little bit about what you do and letting me into your world a little bit.
Absolutely.
So I have a few questions for you. Where are you from?
Originally Louisiana.
Yes. Originally from Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And how did you manage to make it here to the DMV area?
It's a long story,
okay,
but a very interesting story. Mm-hmm. So my dad got deported back to Santo Domingo, which is in Dominican Republic.
Right.
He was the breadwinner. He was involved in some illegal activity that we didn't know about. And we had to uproot our little family and move up here. So when we moved up here, we moved to Richmond and Roanoke.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
And I lived on a farm for a total of 4 years.
Okay.
It was my mom.
On a farm?
A farm.
Were you milking cows?
Not me personally.
Okay.
But I saw those things happen as a child.
Right.
But yeah, I had no friends for 4 years. It was me and a big black dog named Richard.
A big black dog named Richard? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you meet him on the farm?
I met him on the farm.
Okay.
When I got there, he became my best friend for 4 years.
Okay. Yeah. And so, out of all the different places you live, mm-hmm. where do you claim to be home? Yeah.
DMV.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I spent most of my life here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What inspired you to start doing makeup?
2 things inspired me. One was my love for art. I always draw and doodled and sketched when I was a little kid, and my mom nurtured that.
Okay.
She was a very overprotecting and overbearing mom, and the fact that I wanted to be in a house and, in my little sketchbook was, amazing to her. So she invested a lot into art for me.
Do you have a background in art?
I do.
Like
mm-hmm.
school-wise?
I went to Duke Ellington here in D.C.
Yes.
Study visual arts.
Yes.
And I went to Corcoran thereafter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
nice. Yeah. How has it been for you being a male in a female-dominated industry?
It's actually been great. I didn't know that it was a thing like, not even taboo, I guess, until I went to a makeup symposium here in DC, Bennett Career Institute. It was my first introductory into makeup. Yeah. And there was a female makeup artist who was there, celebrity makeup artist at the time, and she made a comment. I was the only guy in the class, and she made light of that. And she also followed that up with, and ladies, like, don't let these men who are infiltrating our world take over. It was weird. It was a weird little dig, and it set with me. And at that point, I kind of figured, and I looked around the room, and I'm like, oh, wow, I am the only male in this room. So I've done great. I'm approaching a decade this year.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Yes.
So I've been doing really well.
Did that push you, her negativity? Did that push you? Or
it did,
give you
a
some
little
type
bit.
Of,
it did give me a little drive, a little fire.
Right.
Again, because I really didn't, when I first wanted to get into makeup, I had no idea that, it was a female-driven industry.
Right.
Because the people that I looked up to when I got into makeup were Sam Fine. Like, that's my all-time idol.
Yes.
Hi, Sam. And Kevin McQuan. So those are the people I looked up to, and I really didn't know anybody else at the time.
So, question. Mm-hmm. The lady that was doing this forum,
the class
that you were doing, did she know that, what do you identify as far as your sexuality is concerned? Okay, so you identify as a gay male. Mm-hmm. And did she know that you...
Oh, I'm pretty sure she knows. Not that I was overtly homosexual. I wasn't waving a flag and doing cartwheels and twerking, but you're intuitive and and pretty much in our industry, I haven't come across any straight male makeup artists, hairstylists all the time, but with makeup I haven't met any yet. Well, I'm sure they're out there.
I didn't know. That's why I wore my low cut shirt for you.
Oh, okay. Always fishing, right?
You're a great looking guy. So on that note, are you single?
I am single.
You're single?
Yeah.
All right. All right. And are you open to mingling? Are you open at this point?
Definitely open to mingling. Okay. But I'm definitely focused on my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has it been difficult for you in the industry to be a gay male? I understand that the stereotype or the label, like you said, there are a lot of gay male makeup artists.
Mm-hmm.
However, with that, would you consider it like oversaturated?
With gay males?
Yeah.
With, like I said, with the industry, I haven't come across any straight male makeup artists yet.
Right.
So I think the industry in itself is oversaturated at this point. There's like this makeup phenomenon, like everybody's into makeup. And it's great. It's great for me because it's driving business, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of watering down the industry because there's a lot of enthusiasts who are into makeup,
right, but
don't necessarily have all the skills to go out and service clients and perform makeup services. Mm-hmm. But it's created this avenue for up and coming people who have a love for makeup to participate and make some coins.
Definitely. So. You're a celebrity makeup artist. Mm-hmm. How do you set yourself apart? How are you able to build that clientele?
I'm approaching a decade again in this industry, this year actually. Okay. And honestly, I feel like what sets me aside from other artists is just my artistry. Like, we're all different. Everybody has a different aesthetic. No one's hands are my hands or eyes. Level of service, the care and intent that I have for my clients. Like, I'm sure this has been said before, but women are my muses. Like, from my mom and my sister, who I grew up with all my life. My mom was my first face that I ever touched or put makeup on. And I don't know, every time I work with a woman, it takes me back to that time. And I build a bond with them every time, whether it's a continuous client or a one and done for whatever special event it is. Mm-hmm. Like, they always remember me, and I get cards from my clients and gift cards and just things, that tokens of appreciation. And I think that just speaks to a level of service and care and commitment.
And you've worked with several celebrities, mm-hmm. and out of all the different celebrities or public figures that you've worked with, who's your favorite? All-time favorite? All-time favorite. I
guess as of right now, Monique Samuels, who I'm currently working with right now.
From the Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah. Yes, she's beautiful. She's amazing.
Inside and out.
Definitely.
Amazing lady. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a boss.
And you've also worked with Stacey Dash.
Yes.
And makeup for a male.
Of course, it's a little different from doing it for a woman. The aesthetic is different, but, just basic grooming, making sure the skin is nice and even, there's no shine. If there's any redness or blemishes, covering that up.
Right.
That's pretty much all he would let me do.
Right.
Yeah. He's definitely a man's man when it comes to that.
Okay, but usually, because I'm not familiar with this, mm-hmm. usually men get their makeup done.
If they're in the industry, it's typical.
It's
like, if you're going to be on TV or getting photographed, like, you're getting makeup done. Models, actors, doesn't matter what it is. TV personalities, anchors, they all wear makeup.
I don't know if you heard, but in 2016, CoverGirl, mm-hmm. they, a 17-year-old teenager
mm-hmm.
boy, he's the new CoverGirl for CoverGirl.
Cover boy for CoverGirl.
Cover boy for CoverGirl.
Yes.
Exactly. And that created a lot of controversy. Mm-hmm. There were so many opinions about, just the whole...
I mean, people have opinions in general. So
exactly.
It was to be expected.
Exactly. But that was a huge risk for CoverGirl.
It was.
So,
but not really, because it just shows where we are with the times. We've grown a lot, and gay is mainstream, and it's accepted now. It's been a long fight. And I was really proud to see him there, and to see CoverGirl like branching out and embracing equality. Yeah. That was awesome. Now, I have my opinions about him in particular mm-hmm. as a face, but overall, I'm really excited that they did that.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
So you did makeup for Ethan Hawke, mm-hmm. and him being a Caucasian male. I know that you did my makeup, mm-hmm. and you did an amazing job on my face. But I'm an African-American female, mm-hmm. so I would assume with you being an African-American male, you could do my makeup with ease. But how did you learn, or is it difficult to do makeup across the board, like with different skin complexions and different skin tones?
And to touch on the fact that you're an African-American woman and I'm an African-American male, mm-hmm. Doesn't necessarily mean that I could do your makeup with ease or do it properly, because mm-hmm. I've seen... some jobs where I'm like, okay, well, you're both of the same origin and color, but kind of got that wrong. And I've seen some, Caucasian makeup artists who can kill it. Like, what is it? Julia Kay, I think her name is. She did Dancing with the Stars and some other stuff. She's amazing. Amazing makeup artist. She does black women beautifully. But for me, it's about undertones, and it takes me back into art school and that sort of thing. I don't feel it's difficult at all, but that's just, it's personal. I can't give you a scientific response to that.
Right.
It's just seeing people and addressing their needs and what it is they're looking for.
I'm glad that you touched on that. I'm glad that you kind of corrected me also, because that's very important for people to know. Just because you're African American, I'm African American, does not mean that you're going to be able to do my makeup, that you have the skill to be able to do my makeup. Please set the record straight.
Okay.
These YouTube videos are out of control with these makeup hacks and tips and tricks and all these different funky things that people are using. I've seen one where they use baby powder as setting powder, baking powder and setting powder. I've seen it all.
Okay.
What's your take on it, being a professional makeup artist?
I think it's all crap. It's clickbait. It's to get views, to get attention. I watched a couple of the baby powder video. I watched that. I wouldn't like. They make setting powder. Go buy setting powder. That's not a hack. Like, that's just silly. I just wouldn't do it. I saw the one about, it was a girl using a shoe, a Louboutin, to, angle out her contour.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Someone using a knife, a big butcher knife.
Right.
It's dangerous, number one. And stupid, number two. But I get it. Everybody's on a come up. They want likes and followers. Yeah. Do your thing, boo. But no. I'm not here for it.
What kind of makeup, what brands do you use?
Oh, I use everything. I'm really into drugstore right now. Okay. I'm giving them some love because they've really come up.
Ooh.
Like your makeup today, I use, and I shouldn't be giving them a plug because they don't send me anything.
They might now, maybe. After seeing this.
Okay, I'll take that back. I use NYX NYX Foundation on You, the custom cover drops. Okay. I use NARS concealer, the creamy radiant concealer. That's my favorite. I see some hands in the background saying, "Yeah, what's up?" To set your makeup, I use Cover FX setting powder, NYX blush. So a myriad of things, but I'm really showing the drugstore some love. They have some amazing products.
That's amazing.
And it's very affordable.
That's amazing because obviously it's very affordable, but people are normally pushing like these
the high-end department store.
Yes.
I love high-end products. They're amazing. Some of them are still crap. They just cost a lot. You're paying for the house name of the brand and the packaging. But to be honest with you, my foray into drugstore was really because I'm a freelance makeup artist. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I buy all my own stuff. Dermablend has sponsored me. They've sent some items before. I have to give a shout out to Ryan.
Hey Ryan.
Hey Ryan. But it's just me, and it gets costly. I'm not just buying makeup for myself. I'm not doing my own makeup. I'm doing it for tons of clients, and to replenish it costs a lot.
Do you have any advice on up and coming makeup artists? Because like you said, it's costly to buy all of these different shades and different things depending on, the complexions of the different people. So do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Look into drugstore items. Like, it's really about how you manipulate the product, how you use it. If someone gave me all Milani or all CoverGirl or L'Oreal, I could do the same thing. I mean, they've really extended the lines. They've extended the range. They've welcomed us, people of color.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
You just have to look around and, some drugstores, depending on the demographic where you live, you can't find your color. It might be predominantly white people in your neighborhood. And, get online, shop online. They have the shades. So that's my advice. Yeah.
Great advice. And I need some help.
Okay.
Like, seriously, this 911.
Okay.
I need your help.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's bad because... So I watch these YouTube videos and I try to do my own makeup.
Okay. Are you following along, or you watch the video and then it's over and then you try to remember?
Yeah. It's like number 2.
I would do number 1 as an
Okay.
alternative and see if that's better, like stop and start and pause.
Right. Okay.
And kind of like do along. But here's another tip. because I get this from my clients a lot. Oh, I watch YouTube videos and, I learned this, but I'm not doing it right. One, find somebody that looks like you. Yeah, there are a lot of people who are amazing personalities and you tune in just to watch them and they might do amazing work, but the information they're feeding you doesn't really translate to who you are and your complexion and your needs. So find someone that looks like you, that shares the same needs, and kind of emulate what they're doing. That's the best thing to do. That's my advice.
Great advice.
Yeah.
So I have issues more so with my eyebrows.
Okay.
And that's like the focal point, it seems like. I mean, of course the eyes, focal point, but
the brows frame your face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I have an issue because sometimes my brows look like I'm the devil. Other times it looks like I've seen some horror stories and I've experienced horror stories on my face because I decided to do it myself. Any tips, tricks to be able to do better brows?
Yeah. Start out light. I'm seeing a lot of Sharpie brows, like Instagram makeup. That's the thing. It's a thing that people like, where the brows are super overly sculpted and dark and almost black. Go with lighter shades. Use a lighter hand and gradually build your brow. I like brows that kind of have a gradient effect. And when I say gradient, I mean like the head of the brow is a little softer, then it graduates and gets a little deeper or darker towards the tail of the brow. Just take your time, just don't overdo it. That's my advice. Don't overdo it.
And that's the thing. There's some people that like the natural look and other people that like I don't even know.
Heavy beat.
Right, beat.
Like drag.
Right.
Because that's what I'm seeing. Most of the girls on Instagram and, that's the trend now. It's like, RuPaul's Drag Race had a huge resurgence and it became a huge, it's always big, but it became a huge thing now in a straight community and women have embraced, I feel like they've embraced drag makeup.
Yeah, right.
Or 80s makeup because everything's so strong. The eye is heavy, the brow is heavy, the cheek is heavy, the lip is heavy. It's basically 70s, 80s makeup.
Right. But as a makeup artist, how are you able to go from doing somebody's natural look, if that's what they request, or, a heavier look, depending? And how are you able to learn to
decipher?
Exactly.
Again, makeup for me as an artist is not about me.
Okay.
I take myself out of the equation. I'm your least most glamorous makeup artist. Like I'm just plain guy, show up in t-shirt and jeans and shorts, whatever's comfortable for me. Like it's not about me. It's about my clients. So I spend more time investigating them, really getting to know. I spend a lot of time talking to them and finding out what type of woman they are. Before I start touching their face and putting stuff on there.
Right.
Ask a lot of questions as far as, what do you do on a day-to-day? What makes you feel comfortable? I pull up references and pictures and show them different things. I let them show me things they like. And then based on the information and conversation I have with them, sometimes I have to like kind of show them what it is that they showed me. And I'm like, okay, well, you said you want a natural look, but you just showed me a picture of Kim Kardashian with a heavy smoky eye. Is that your translation of natural? And they're like, oh no, I just like what she looks like. And I'm like, okay, so it's about that because I know a lot of artists and I've come in contact with clients and they tell me about past artists they've experienced where a person just comes in, do what they want, and most people are just either afraid to say anything or, feel uncomfortable about saying, I don't like this. This is not what I asked for. It's not what I want. I don't feel like I look good or I don't feel like myself.
Right.
I never have that problem with my clients because I'm always figuring out who they are and trying to give them what they want.
Right. The only time I've ever seen men or males do a heavy beat was on TV. First time I saw it was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to know, what's your take on it? How do you feel about that? Because I don't know if it's a new trend, but it's definitely something that's becoming more mainstream, that males are still, for the most part, they dress like males. They still have the, low haircut, but beat to the gods.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, right now there is this movement of being sexually ambiguous or fluid. Not even fluid, because fluid, I feel like that goes in a realm of like actually having sex or how you identify having sex with, different partners or different genders. Right. But there is a what's the word I'm looking for? So there is this androgynous movement that's happening right now. Right. It's just big. Like, what's Michael Johnson's son?
Oh, yes.
Magic Johnson's
Magic Johnson's son. Mm-hmm.
He's, for example, like him, and then
He
Miss
looks
Lawrence.
amazing.
He's lost a lot of weight. He does look
He
good.
looks amazing.
Yeah. His transformation is amazing.
Right.
So it's a thing that's happening right now. I won't say it's a trend.
Right.
I think it's just, that's why we added another letter to the LGBTQ community. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just expanding where sexuality is just becoming something different. It's not what it used to be. That's what we have, like cisgender and this and that. Like, right. It's evolving. We're evolving.
Right. And I love how open-minded people are starting to become.
Yes.
I know that, the community still has a very long way to go, but people are starting to be more open to, seeing men with other men in movies. And just like
seeing it like, okay. Yeah. Pension shows and keeping on with their day. It's pretty amazing to see because I'm an 80s baby, so I've been around for a while. I'm definitely not a millennial.
Right.
So I've seen the transition and how far we've come, how we've evolved.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking to me today. Thank you for the amazing beat. I really appreciate it.
It was a beautiful face.
Yeah, thank you.
It was easy. Made my work very easy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time on What's the Biz with Emily Maryah. Bye.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeff Enriquez, and you're watching What's the Biz with your beautiful host, Emily Maryah. You can catch me on social media, Instagram, makeup_machine, and Facebook, Jeff Enriquez.